Most of the mobile gamers love to play offline games because these games have no interruption with ads and you can play these games anywhere at any time. So that's why today I'm back with 10 best offline games of the month. But before starting this video, let me introduce our today's sponsor, World of Kings. This is the best MMORPG with spectacular 3D graphics where you'll experience thrilling adventure in a massive open world and a huge seamless map of 27 square kilometers without a loading page. Besides, the game has a PvP system for more thrilling combats with opponents from all over the world where you can build your squad to engage in 2v2, 3v3, or 5v5 fights. From 15 vs 15 battlefield to one-on-one flag duel, where you can engage in the new PvP combat system and may the best man win. With the new update, this game has more intense story developments, more mysterious locations and maps are ready for players to explore. Also, new dungeons, new bosses, and new greater loots are waiting for you to conquer and collect. There are 5 to 25 player dungeons with different difficulties, all kinds of boss fights of a different mechanism. All these will test your teamwork and your abilities. Along with that new update of the World of Kings is coming where massive new gameplay, loads of benefits, and bonuses of Christmas are waiting for you too. Come on now and join this legendary adventure with global players. So coming in at number 15, Dead Space. This is a science fiction horror game that is set in the future where humanity has been able to colonize other planets. The player takes on the role of an engineer named Isaac Clarke, who battles the polymorphic undead species on board a stricken interstellar mining ship named the USG Ishimura. The players must fight their way through various levels of a stricken mining ship which has been infested with an alien species. Overall, it is a good game but not available on the Play Store. Number 14, Stickman Dragon Fight. This is a fighting game where you will all participate in a 1v1, 3v3 stick warrior fights. The game has 3 different modes: story mode, versus mode, and tournament mode. So all you have to do is dodge, jump, power your ki, perform basic and 3 advanced skills. You can also transform your hero into an Ultra Instinct, then fight against invaders. Overall, it's a great game for those who are lovers of Dragon Ball Z. Number 13, Crack-A Rush. Squeeze Studio has released a new endless runner called Crack-A Rush, and it looks absolutely bonkers. Crack-A Rush is an endless auto runner where you will play as an anxious and overprotective ostrich who needs to keep his eggs safe. The catch? These rowdy eggs want to go on an adventure and explore the world. As Ed the Ostrich, you follow him on his journey to discover what it means to be a great parent. In addition, you have to run through a never-ending desert that requires you to be fast and agile to avoid obstacles. If you'd like to try catching those eggs for yourself, you can download Crack-A Rush. Number 12, Go to Town 6. It's not high on graphics, but it can be played on an entry-level smartphone as well. In this game, you can drive cool cars and control a helicopter or motorbike. You can also compete the different missions and get rewards. In addition, you can become a truck driver or work as a policeman, or the coolest job, be a helicopter pilot. The game has 3D quality visuals and the sound quality is also up to the mark. Go to Town 6 is a good choice if a player wants to get the GTA 5-like experience on the smartphone. Number 11, Electric Trains. It's a very dynamic and interactive train simulation game. The game has easy and intuitive controls. You can drive the train and control railroad switches ahead of your train. Heavy traffic and railroad configuration will make missions more difficult to accomplish. You can transport passengers, coupling, and carry cargo rail cars to earn maximum scores. Number 10, Warhammer 40K Dakka Squadron. It's an action shooting game in which players have to manipulate a large combat enemy bases to attack alien creatures. This game adopts the plain action fighting gameplay. While inheriting the characteristics of Warhammer, it also has new breakthroughs. In the game, players will operate different planes and weapons to kill enemy bases and objectives. The graphics are amazing since it's based on Unreal Engine. If you like playing Warhammer series game, then you will surely like this game as well. Number 9, Smiling X-Zero, Classic Scary Horror. A classic horror series continuation of the second part of the game, where you will play the role of a girl, aka Harry, who finding her parents and discover who the evil lord is and what he has plans for other inhabitants of the city. In the game, you enter a dark hotel and you will have to help Harry to discover Lord's plans by solving situations in limited time and finding the key to the exit. Anyway, it's a decent game that features terrifying enemies, strange characters, and an overwhelming atmosphere. If you like it, then go for it. Number 8. Overred Racing. This is an open-world racing game where you can drive around in an open to explore the races. The game features sprint races, time trial races, and more. There are 18+ custom-designed cars to explore and realistic 10+ unique locations where you can race with other AI players. Overall, the graphics of the game is pretty good and the controls are great. Number 7. Frontline Commando 2. This is a third-person shooting game where you will play the role of Commando, whose job is to finish all the enemies. The gameplay mechanics of this game is very simple. You have to shoot down all the enemies by taking cover behind the well and other stuff. The game features multiple weapon system which you can use to shoot down the enemies. Overall, it's a good missions-based game which you really need to try at least once. Number 6. Subdivision Infinity 3D Space Shooter. It's a deep space shooter with some flashy graphics and a decent story. It rumbles along at a decent pace and there are lots of explosions. Space explosions are cool. And it manages to bypass a lot of the problems we've seen with other spaceflight sims. The game sees you piloting a ship through a series of different missions. They're reasonably small, taking place in tightly packed and gorgeous-looking maps, and it feels suitably epic, at least to begin with. Number 5. Shadowgun. It's a third-person shooter game developed and published by Madfinger Games. In Shadowgun, players control the character John Slade, the galaxy's most infamous bounty hunter. Your mission: hunt down Dr. Edgar Simon, maniacal genius and leader of his own mutant army. The major component of Shadowgun's gameplay is its cover system, which allows you to use cover when necessary, with Slade hiding behind walls and barriers to avoid enemy fire and opening fire himself at opportune moments. Overall, the game has an immersive storyline with multiple outcomes, so you decide how it ends.
Resistance is useless.
Number 4. BB World. It's a fantastic game that features offline and multiplayer mode with a fun physics system and where you can jump in on battles with up to 32 players. Picking up many of the original elements from Fall Guys, this title continues where the original left off and is setting itself up to become second of the best Fall Guys clones out there on smartphones today. If you are interested in experiencing the same madness and amusement found in Fall Guys, you can download BB World on the Google Play Store. Since the game is still in its early stages, do expect some bugs. Number 3. Zombie Rollers. Pinball Heroes is one of the latest games to be released under the Apple Arcade service. It provides a lighthearted, comedic experience as players fight off zombies in a hilarious way. Nevertheless, this isn't like any standard game of pinball. It's a fight for the protagonist's life. Zombie Rollers gameplay mechanics are simple and hilarious to use. Like standard pinball, there are flippers that the gamers control, which is done through touch controls. Overall, its unique ideas and fun mechanisms are a sure win for someone who wants to pick up and play. Number 2. Quest Hunter. It's an isometric action RPG where your choices drives the story, where you will find tons of treasure and secrets, solve puzzles, equip your character, level up your skills, and finish off enemy bosses. In the game, you will explore the map and gather the different resources for survival. The graphics of the game is really good and you will definitely enjoy the storyline. Number 1. Alba, a wildlife adventure. Alba is the kind of game that all young people should play. Not only is it a heartwarming romp where you get to look at animals, but it's also educational and empowering, inspiring and beautiful. Not only have Us2 created a world that is stunning to look at, but they've crafted a narrative that boldly shouts that this girl can. Never underestimate the power of an 11-year-old girl, especially one on a mission to do right by the world around her. That's it for now. These were the 10 new offline games that I am pretty sure you're gonna like these games. I hope you liked this video. If so, then don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll be meeting you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.